Well, speaking of learning and goals, we could touch on our favorite Japanese words,
Yes.
and both of us have them written in kanji or calligraphy.
Yes.
So, yeah, and they're quite similar.
Mm.
So, I have Kokorozashi, which is actually it's actually used by Japan's biggest business school, Globus, and they have their MBA students develop a Kokorozashi, which is like this personal mission where
Mm.
you're using your professional skills where you want to change
Mm.
an aspect of society, and it's a highly ambitious goal that's going to take potentially decades, and you need supporters, you need a team, and you need incredible leadership with lots
Mm.
of energy. But it's also rooted in Bushido, so it's a word rooted in Bushido, and it sort of represents literally either the warrior's heart
Mm.
or the samurai's heart or the samurai's mind. And it makes what's part of your favorite word. So, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word is intention, and you can see behind me. So the first of the two kanji symbols is kokorozashi, and I actually didn't even. It was a few years later that I learned of that it was a standalone word as well. And then the lower symbol is compass or direction. And when I moved to Japan, I didn't have business cards for my new company. Had been in practice for a year, and it's very rare that we give out business cards in the West so much. So, but of course, I knew moving to Japan, I needed a business card. I didn't have a logo, and so I worked with a Meishi, a business card company, and I said, "Well, put the word for intention in Japanese on my card as I'll use that as my logo." I had no idea what it looked like or what it represented. And, that's what it came back, Shikou. And so I started, introducing myself, making connections in Japan, and contacts who, were bilingual said, "Oh, this is a very powerful word." And they explained, that the samurai's heart and then
Mm,
direction. And actually, I came to describe intention equals heart plus direction. And you might even say the
mm,
strength of your heart plus direction. So, what's your purpose? What impact do you want to have? And then, what actions do you need to take to fulfill that purpose? And that's how I see is intention is about knowing our purpose and then taking the actions that align with that. And then I
mm.
later learned of the word kokorozashi and I was like, oh, this is why it's so powerful. But it made sense. I mean, that was just innate to me. And so I have, Shiko intention written on my big daruma, and it's on my business cards, and it's such a core part um, of who I am and how I show up. It's about how do we intentionally take action to fulfill our purpose. So we have to have knowledge of both, right? What is our purpose? And then how can what are the
And we
things we
do
need to
it, yeah.
do? Yeah, yeah.